Hello, everyone, and welcome to Now Spinning, the official podcast of the Lansing Community College Vinyl Record Club. We meet twice a month to listen to vinyl and talk about music. Stay tuned to learn about how you can get in touch with us and attend our meetings. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Now Spinning. With me today I have
Jacob Zokvik,
Noah Miller,
and I am still Simon Medina. Today we have a very interesting topic for a meeting, and that was food, which we had on our February the 4th of 2025.
Yum, 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 yum.
And we have quite a few interesting songs to talk about today, so let's just jump right into it. Starting off today, we had a song called Vegetables by a group called The Laughing Gravy. But in fact, that is not a real band, and this is actually a cover of the Beach Boys song Vegetables by Jan and Dean pretending to be a different band, apparently. I looked this up just today.
That's brilliant.
They lied to me. And this is an interesting little song. This got played again, spoiler alert, right at the end of the meeting, but with the actual Beach Boys version. This is a very little interesting little song in that it's just a nice little song about the virtues of eating vegetables and how they're good for you. And there's not much else to it, like in terms of themes. Musically, it's very interesting. There's like a lot going on. Not so much in this version, but in the original Smile version from 1966. There is a part where the Beach Boys are like eating celery, and they have the chomping sound effects in there. Brilliant. And it's been long rumored that Paul McCartney was actually at that session when they were eating the vegetables, and
you can hear his teeth.
Yes, yeah. That's what they say. I've looked into this. I've done a lot of research into this actually, and it's been inconclusive whether or not he was there, but it's inconclusive whether or not that ended up on the record.
People will conspire about the Beatles long after every one of them dies.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Was he eating
2080? There will be discussions about the Beatles.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney will return in 2080 because of course, he died before Let It Be.
No, he died in 1966. Everybody knows this. But anyway, was he on the song or not? We'll never know. They asked him about it, and he said, "I don't remember being there." They asked Brian Wilson about it, and he said, "I don't remember being there either," but he was definitely there. But that's just an interesting little anecdote.
Brian Wilson was experimenting with music and some other things.
Indeed. Bless his heart. Great friend of the show. But
Always.
Moving on to, again, a related artist, actually, the Beatles themselves. 2 songs by them got played, which I think we haven't had a proper Beatles song played in quite a few meetings, I think. It might have been, or I could be wrong, but...
yeah.
But interestingly enough, these 2 songs that got played are not actually Beatles songs, but they're covers. The first of which was Twist and Shout, and that's a one that a lot of people don't actually know was a cover. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely the Beatles version is the most famous.
Oh, yeah. And then the other one was a little bit less famous, which is A Taste of Honey, which is, I've only ever heard as like the trumpet version. I've heard like the Herb Alpert version as hold music before, but I didn't know that I knew that they covered it, but I didn't know there was words to it.
You didn't know there were lyrics? Yeah.
No.
Brilliant.
The Beatles version had like this kind of folksy thing to it as well.
Yeah.
Which I really liked when they leaned into that style. It seemed to be more of a John Lennon writing thing, more so than Paul.
I'm not super familiar with the Beatles.
Yeah, they both did it, and it was I did enjoy it whenever they do.
Nice.
Yeah.
They did.
Another little anecdote I know about this, just because I want to be able to flex my massive amount of useless knowledge about these 2 bands. They recorded this whole album in a single 9-hour session because it was basically just their live set at the time. And they saved Twist and Shout for last. They saved it for last because John Lennon had a bad cold at the time, and if he sang this song, he would not be able to sing for the rest of the day. So they just saved it till the very end. And you can really tell when you listen to the song that he's kind of dying while he's singing it. He's not doing too hot.
He has gravel in his throat.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's putting his whole throat behind that.
Absolutely. Yeah. But moving on, any other songs you want to talk about? I think there's a couple more.
Mostly just let's mention Ween, because we can never go.
Yeah. Ween, everyone. Check your bingo card.
Yep.
Hold on. Is there King Giz in this episode?
Oh no.
Oh no! We're looking through the list.
There is. Yeah,
there is. Oh,
Yeah,
we can't get away.
If you'll believe me, I'm innocent of this crime. I wasn't at this meeting. I didn't play Ween. Somebody, I have people. I have people who have like Ween in the club as well, so I got them to cover for me.
But speaking of bands that have played at some other meetings that we've talked about before, you played Sungazer again.
Was it again? I think this was actually the first.
There was.
Oh.
Well, it didn't get played at Record Club. It was my album of the year. That was what I talked about.
Okay.
But the track we're talking about is "Whiskey and Mess" by Sungazer, featuring Shub Saran. This one, I got the vinyl when I actually went to see them out in Indianapolis, and they were playing at Hi-Fi. Really good set. It was just the four folks there. It was Adam, Sean, drum and bass, and then they had Jared Yee on sax and Joshua De La Victoria on guitar, and just a ripping set. They played this song during the set, and Adam actually broke it down a little bit as far as kind of like, what it means. The whiskey without an E is the Irish spelling, and mess, from what I remember, he mentioned it's some kind of like a Latin American kind of sauce, or like a sweet kind of like sauce thing. I also can't find it on Google. Like Google hasn't given me anything about what that is. But the idea behind the track is that it's an Irish melody with like a Latin groove underneath it. It's kind of got this like 5/8 kind of quintuplet thing going on. And I actually did do a further review of this on my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Noah Miller. You can probably search it up with Noah Miller and Sungazer at the YouTube bar. But yeah, if you want to listen to any more thoughts I have on that album, there is that.
Oh, cool.
Very awesome. Great friend of the show, Noah Miller.
Hello.
Jumping down the list a bit, I want to touch on this song just for like half a second. There is a song on here that's called Addicted to Cheese by a band called The Evaporators, and it's just a song about how good cheese is. It's like a minute and a half long. That's all I have to say about it. It's very fun. But
Very good.
a little bit more seriously after that, we have Mac the Knife, which is about a serial killer, I believe, or something like that.
Yep.
All-time classic jazz song.
Absolutely.
One of my favorites. One of the songs that even when I was a child, I knew. I was like, oh, that's a jazz standard.
Yeah.
Before I even knew what a jazz standard was.
Dang.
A little bit of history about this one. It was initially the opening song for the Three Penny Opera. This was like a play back in, I believe, the 1800s, and initially in Germany. And I believe it got brought over to America, or it might have been still with like the German like cast or something like that in, I believe, the 30s or 40s. And the lead was threatening to walk out. The guy who played Captain McKeith, which this song is made for, to introduce that character. He was threatening to walk out if the composer didn't write a song then and there for that night, like within about an hour. And so he whipped this up, and now we have this.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and also the whole like connection to like the Moon character for the McDonald's ads back in like the 90s and 2000s. They had a version of Mac the Knife kind of playing along with that too.
It's an interesting song for a McDonald's ad.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think most people know what the song is about. I think a lot of people don't really listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, it's a good little, it's a nice song to dance along to, but then you listen to the lyrics and like, oh, that's not wholesome at all. I was gonna spoiler alert for the next podcast we're gonna be doing, but we did a meeting that was about, it was called Law and Order. It was about just songs about crime and law and all that. And I was gonna bring in, I have the Bobby Darin version of this, 45 of it, but I never got to play it. I just want to shout that one out. That's a really nice version of the song,
nice
as well.
Right. So, song that I brought in next, "Shake Your Coconuts" by Junior Senior. Love Junior Senior. Go check them out. So I discovered this song because it's the end credits song from a Looney Tunes movie. So I was a kid watching this, heard this, and I was like, that's a jam. And in a wave of nostalgia, decided to rewatch it as an adult. Heard the song again, and I went, that's sick. let's see what else they got to offer. They have a lot of other great songs, really cool stuff. Just kind of a funny song name and concept for, what is ostensibly a kid's movie, but classic Looney Tunes to kind of subvert expectations in exactly that way.
Yeah,
but
super groovy too. Just
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like this
and
one.
that's they're very funk focused.
Nice.
Yeah, go check them out. Highly recommend.
All right.
What movie was this?
Looney Tunes Back in Action.
I got it.
In like 2003, 2004, somewhere around there.
Sounds familiar. I don't know. I can't recall it right now, but
It's, I don't know, arguably the best Looney Tunes movie in my opinion, but
I'm
it's the
not-
one from my childhood that isn't Space Jam. So
Oh
there
well,
you go.
yeah, that's too easy. I guess that one's too easy.
yeah. But Space Jam, none of the characters behave like the classic Looney Tunes, whereas like Back in Action, they're very much acting in the characters.
It's got Michael Jordan in it.
Yeah.
He acts like Michael Jordan in that movie.
Well, he does a little bit. He doesn't act like Michael Jordan acted on the court, but yeah, he acted like Michael Jordan acted, in public.
Sure.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I want to touch on the King Giz song that got played. It's Down the Sink off of, what is that? I think that's Gumboot Soup. That's a good song. It's like a boogie rock thing. That was one of their first. They're always like, they kind of jump into that style every once in a while, like this album, and then was it Fishing for Fishies, and then like their latest album they just did is also kind of this style as well, and I think that they do it pretty well. Like I'm not really that big of a fan of like this kind of like style of rock, but like they pull it off really well. I think they always come back to it and they always do it good.
Mm-hmm. I like a boogie.
Yeah,
Plastic Boogie. Ooh. Probably my favorite King Giz song, actually.
that's good. That is a good one. I'm gonna have to go back to that one and listen to it again. I haven't in a long while. But that band has giant discography. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to 2 more albums since the last time I mentioned it, I think, but we got like 30 more. So
Right on.
But right after this one is a song that I think like all of us would enjoy. That would be "Breakfast in America" by Supertramp.
Yes.
This is, oh my god, I love this song. It's just a
The whole album's pretty good.
Oh, the whole album.
I'm
No,
a big fan. Yeah.
I love this. The album cover's very interesting. It's like the Statue of Liberty, but it's replaced by a waitress, and then
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hope that woman got paid.
oh, absolutely.
But it's a funny one, and just kind of captures the sort of silliness of the album,
Right.
and the like kind of joyful nature of it. But there are darker moments in the album.
Yeah,
and
it's-
stuff,
There's a bit of drama
it's,
on this track, just
Yeah.
in general, just
Yeah.
with the orchestration of it. It's very dramatic.
There's a lot going on. I think this song is like a little bit. It's kind of just like making fun of like America a little bit. This whole album is just like the cover of it is just like the New York City skyline replaced by just like boxes, and then like the Statue of Liberty is a waitress.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of satirizing consumerism and that kind of thing.
Awesome.
And I think it's just a really good album. I would highly, if there's one album you check out after this, Supertramp, Breakfast in America. I said it. Let's put that off the bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock that one off.
Oh man, last time I recommended somebody Supertramp, I don't know. It's been a minute, but they're great. I really like them.
Great record.
Yeah.
There's
got next?
Beef Jerky by, I believe that's Cibo Mato or Chibo Mato. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
But this one was actually pretty interesting on re-listen. There's kind of like this schoolyard sort of beat and chant that's kind of takes up the sort of middle section of it. But in between like those, like the form of those two, there is like some reversed like reverb sort of stuff going on, like the sax line and the trumpet line. They just really like cut off and like almost have this swell and like really quick cutoff.
Is it gated?
Maybe that's part of the gate, but in some of the vocals in that section too, there's like this pre-delay or this pre-reverb or something like that kind of like comes in, does that sort of effect. I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, sick one. Another one I played, No Sugar Tonight by the Guess Who. Food related enough, you know what I mean? Sure, we'll say that they're talking about food.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs in here.
Yeah.
That food is used as a bit of a euphemism quite often.
Yeah.
A
he
pretty
says no
common
sugar
thing.
in my tea,
Yeah,
Exactly.
No sugar tonight in my coffee.
Yeah. This one I actually, I'd heard this a lot, just on the radio and kind of growing up. I always thought that it was like Collective Soul or like Golden Earring or something like that. I don't know. I could
hear the golden earring thing actually.
Pretty
Collective
sure this
Soul
came out in the 70s.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It was just what came to mind when I heard it and on re-listen.
Funny.
Following this one up, two songs with similar source material I just want to touch on real quick. I think this is the first meeting where we've had two Jane and Dean songs played. So shout out to Jane and Dean, I guess. Popsicle Truck, goofy little song. It's literally just about getting popsicles. It was the 50s. You could just write songs about that and nobody cared.
Hanging out with your baby.
Exactly. Or it might have been 60s.
I don't know, man. I think if like Sabrina Carpenter released a song about popsicles tomorrow, I think it would do really well. And nobody would think anything else about it.
I mean, she made one about espresso.
Exactly.
There you go.
Nobody played that today. Somebody's played Sabrina Carpenter before, but nobody's played.
Oh, yeah?
That could have been a freebie for this one. But
she is doing important work, though. I haven't heard anyone say espresso since that song dropped.
Good.
That's fantastic. Following that little Jane and Dean song up is Ice Cream Man by Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers. I just love this band a lot. Jonathan Richman, he's a very interesting character. In that, like, all of the songs he writes, at least like on the like this era of his like career, it's all just very like straightforward. He's just telling it like it is. He's getting ice cream. Ice cream's really cool. It's just a wholesome. It's very wholesome. It's a very wholesome experience. I can't help but smile when I listen to this song.
Yeah,
that's a good little one.
I love songs like that too.
Yeah,
just. Not every song needs to be some deep metaphor that makes you think about your life and the past and hardship. Ice cream.
This is I
love ice cream. Let's talk about ice cream.
It's a pretty light episode today in general, I think, because there's not a lot of deep, depressing, introspective songs about food that were made. I don't think.
Man, we'll get on it. I'll write you a song about cheesecake that will make you cry. I promise.
I will. I'm gonna keep you. Yeah. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Right,
I'm gonna hold you to that.
It'll happen.
If I'm remembering, I feel like I saw this somewhere on like a Anthony Fantano stream or something like that. But he mentioned there's like an album with a song called Collard Greens, and it kind of goes into like this really like storied history about like this guy with his grandma and stuff like that. And I mean, food can be like a very powerful connecting tool.
It is hugely nostalgic. You talk about your grandmother. Food is like one of my primary connections to my grandmother, who is still alive, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
But will always be a connection that I'm sure I will have long after she is gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Talking about old stuff. La Vie en Rose. Sorry, am I allowed to call my grandmother old? I feel like I'm allowed to call my grandmother. She is 84.
No, it's just a segue. Moving on to some more old stuff.
Whatever. Not every segue is gonna be smooth.
No, it's not gonna be buttery.
Yeah. Ooh, way to tie it back to food. Good job.
I'll just wait till the end. I got
Oh
one.
no. I'm ready. But La Vie en Rose, one of the all-time classic recordings of this song. Edith Piaf is like probably the best, but Louis Armstrong definitely a close second. So this one was really bizarre. This was a remastered version of the song, like digitally cleaned up, and it sounded perfect in that way. There was no crackle. There was none of that tinniness that you get in old-fashioned recordings. And when it got played at the meeting, I felt like I was being haunted. I don't know why, but the cleanness of it was so different than every other time I heard the song. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm used to hearing the original recording, and
well, it's almost like it's like if the Caretaker, like Everywhere at the End of Time, like I'm not sure if you were aware of that, but that's
I've heard of that.
It's like a sampled thing, and it's like a dementia simulator basically.
It's weird.
It's like a 6.5 hour thing, so like as you go through it gets more and more degraded. But and there's like one motif that gets like it sounds worse and worse throughout the album, but
makes sense.
It would be. Yeah, like the Caretaker, it was just kind of going for that sort of aesthetic, and obviously he had like these old samples and stuff that and like old recordings that he degraded even further for the album, but it would be like hearing that stuff just like pristine, just like with the modern fidelity of recording.
Doing it in reverse.
Yeah, it's just the uncanny like element of that I'm assuming you're kind of getting at.
Yeah. Well, and again, Louis Armstrong was is an artist that I've listened to since I was a kid. I don't know why, but it was very easily available for me to find like jazz CDs and stuff when I was younger. And yeah, it's just that thing of like, it's not the same as when I listened to it, and it's like good. It sounds amazing. It's so clean. Like, it's so amazing what technology we have now to fix, old messed up stuff.
Yeah. Right.
It's it's still kind of surreal when you hear it and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. It's like, it's not supposed to sound like this, but it does. It's weird.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Very good. Moving on from that one, we have Mahavishnu Orchestra Eternity's Breath Part 1.
Yeah. So there's a part 2 to that, but I figured just a little 3-minute intro would be pretty cool. Really cool groove on it, and some really cool vocals on it too. As far as like the food thing, it's loose connection. Breath, I don't know, like Breath of Eternity, Morning Breath. I don't know, could be like a funky, like, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Not every song's gonna be about the theme. You know what I mean? We really encourage that. Play songs you like. Doesn't have to be about the theme. But I appreciate that you tried to tie it back.
And then it was actually a really cool follow up with Peaches on Regalia. I don't know. I just love Frank Zappa, and just the transition was also really cool. I think Tyler was kind of helping out with that, but
nice.
It was just the drum fill after the kind of sort of fade out into the next one. It's really cool.
So another song I played, Incense and Peppermints by Strawberry Alarm Clock. Kind of a classic early psychedelic sound, right where they were working through that transition. I'm mostly just proud of playing this one because it's got food in the song name and in the band name.
Yeah, nice. Also very interesting like vocal harmonies on that.
The lead singer is the drummer, which is wild. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's so hard to sing while you're playing the drums.
Oh yeah, no.
And it's very impressive when you see it done well.
Yeah. But yeah, Strange Overtones was pretty fun as well.
I love this one. This is
just kind of a chill, laid back kind of thing.
Right. Who was that by?
David Byrne and Brian Eno.
Oh yeah. Classic collab.
Yeah, I will stand by that. This is at least my favorite Talking Heads solo outing. I think this album is it's fantastic. Sorry, Tom Tom Club, I don't mean to be mean to you, but like, I just love this album so much. I only listened to it like the whole album all the way through just the first time in like December of last year, but like I can't get enough of it. I've been like listening to it a couple times since then. It's just a very good, very wholesome kind of album. Like, I'm not about wholesome, but like, it's interesting. It's an interesting album. David Byrne he's a character. I know I said that about everybody, but David Byrne is especially a character.
Yeah.
One more song that I played a lot of songs at this meeting. I don't know how that happened.
It might have been. I think it was probably like a small turnout.
Yeah,
maybe.
Might have been right at the beginning of February.
Yeah.
Anyway, point of this story is Hold Your Head Up by Argent. Has nothing to do with the theme. It's just a song I really like. It's a great song to hear when you're feeling down. That's what I recommend it for. Go listen to Hold Your Head Up next time you're having a bad day.
Yeah, got some nice kind of like a methodical, like kind of pumping up of some energy there going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the guy who made this song was Rod Argent. I think he's in the Zombies, or he was in the Zombies before this as well.
I know he had a couple other projects.
Yeah,
but Argent is not what he's most famous for.
No. Interesting. It's a good song though.
Yeah,
I think that about wraps it up actually for today. Is there anything else anybody wanted to touch on before we get out of here?
I think it's funny that vegetables, at the beginning and end. Yeah. Normally vegetables go on the inside of the sandwich. They're not the sandwich on the outside. I
don't know. Sometimes you get like the lettuce ones if you're trying to be healthy, right?
Oh, did I steal your joke?
Yeah,
dude,
you took it away. I was gonna do the sandwich pun. Man.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
Vegetable bread.
Vegetable bread.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it happens.
Whatever, man.
Great minds think alike, I guess. We'll say that.
Well, or messed up minds have a similar sense of humor at the very least.
Whatever you want to do with that.
6 to 1, half dozen to the other.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. But I do think that does wrap it up for today. If you're interested at all in attending any of our meetings or listening to any of these playlists or past podcasts, you can check out our website. That'll be linked with the podcast. If you want to join the Vinyl Record Club, all you have to do is just show up. Our meeting schedule is posted on the website as well. It's a very interesting, very accepting group of people. Wide variety of music tastes. Even if you don't have any vinyl yourself, all you have to do to come is just have like appreciation for music and a desire to listen to stuff that's outside your comfort zone. I know I personally have heard a lot of things at this club that I've never thought about listening to before, and it's become a big part of what my music taste these days. But that does wrap it up for today. Thank you everybody for listening. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.